Hi, today I want to show you how you can use the selection properties or selection functions within a TMemo or TEdit field. If you want to insert something into a TEdit text or TMemo text, then you can do it via different properties which are, let's say, controlling the selection within uh, the the object itself. So as you can see, I have in this formula editor a text which is already, let's say, loaded into this object, and I can do different things with it. I can just simply add a character here, or I can also do uh, a selection, and I can create brackets around the selection. So this is actually a very simple thing, or even I can insert a complete text. So if I'm typing here a value, then I can insert this value to the end of the text itself, or I can insert it in the middle of it. So basically, or I can replace a portion of the text with these characters. So how you can do this is actually very simple. So if I'm going back into the to the application, and I'm selecting this editor, you can see that this is called to calc string. And if I'm taking one of the functions, so now how I'm adding the brackets, and then via this I can explain how you can use the selection function. So when I want to add brackets around a selection, as you can see, I'm just taking two variables at first. This is the selection start and the selection length, and these two parameters explains exactly where my cursor is, or where my selection is inside the selection in the TMemo field. So before I do anything with it, because when you start to enter things, or start to replace characters, these values might change. So it's better to save it right at the beginning, and then of course you can call these, or you can set these back to their original state if you want, or if you need. In my case, it's not really uh, necessary. Only I'm using the selection lengths at the end to be placed back to the characters, because I just want to put the brackets, the starting bracket and the end bracket in the front and in the end of the selection. So as you can see, I'm saving the selection start and selection length. So these two variables will be saved for this operation. And then I start to create actually the insertion into the selected areas and into the text. So at first, to make the selection to zero, because I don't want to replace at first the text what I'm selected. I just want to fence it with the brackets. So the first thing is that I'm not changing the selection start, but setting the selection length to zero. I'm basically telling to the application that I want to put a character um, inside the selection, or inside the selection itself, but at the first character of the selection. So to add something inside the text, you can use the SelText property, and with this SelText property, if you tell to the application that your selection is actually a length of zero, this means that your selection text is an empty string, so you don't have any character with it. But if you say that the selection cell text should be the starting bracket, this will trigger that the application will place this character or even more characters at the position where the selection start variable is actually showing the position. So in my case, the selection start was not changed. So the first or at the selection start, I will get the starting bracket. So once I placed it in, I just need to tell to the system again that the selection start should go to the position where the selection start uh, is right now, and when you actually um, using this um, calculation, then you will get the end of the selection actually, and you place your cursor to the end of the selection itself, and as the selection length is still 0 here, the next insertion with the SelText option um, will tell that that the application need to place the closing bracket at the selection position or selection start, and this will be done actually at the end of the selection with this setup. And in my case, because I'm pressing a button, I'm giving back the focus to the calc string TMemo field, and with this the cursor will be again at the position where I was inserting the brackets. And of course, I could be able to tell to the system that now the selection should be extended to the brackets, or I could be able to programmatically set back the selection to the original selection, but in my case, I was not doing this. As you can see, I have another one here where I was adding this constant value, and this is a bit different thing, because here I'm just using the selection start itself normally. But if I have a selection and I want to replace the selected area, let's say with this constant value, then I can basically find the string what I want to cut out from the text itself. But as you can see, I'm just having some additional things here to see if the value was a negative value or a positive value, because this formula editor will not be able to basically handle a simple minus sign after another operand, like addition or division or multiplication, but will replace the minus with a neg function, let's say, and then we'll use the rest of the text inside the new text, and we'll place the SelText back into the calc string TMemo field. So with this, as you could see, that basically the selection was cut out and replaced with a new string. So basically, this is how you can use this selection function inside the TMemo or TEdit field. And as you could see, I was using it in a TMemo field, but it's exactly the same for any TEdit field or TMemo field. So again, as you could see, if I'm selecting the whole string and place the brackets to the front and to the end of this selection, then the application is doing it very nicely. So that's all about how you can use the SelText, SelStart, and SelLength properties of a TMemo or TEdit field. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if so, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And with this, I wish you happy coding, and see you next time.